They're recording in progress to shut people up.
Welcome to the Helen Plum Library Board of Trustees special meeting for August 12th, 2025 at 7 p.m. Meeting is called to order. Please stand with the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States
of America.
Indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Okay, Christie, just do the land acknowledgement.
Yes. The Helen Plum Library Board of Trustees unanimously acknowledges that many indigenous groups once lived on the land where the library now resides. The library invites all to learn their histories, cultures, and peoples. The library board encourages our neighbors to explore learning opportunities through local indigenous-based organizations such as Midwest Soaring Foundation.
Thank you. Jen, can we have a roll call?
Allison Pinkett-Floyd,
Here.
Sue Wiggins,
Here.
here, Ginger Kearney, here, Madison Sid Walsh, here, Deidre Patel, here, Kelly Sims.
Here.
Okay. Do we have any public comment?
Already?
If you want, yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
I saw the agenda, I thought it was further down, that's all. My name is Roger Sullivan, and I talked to Ann about it, and she was very helpful and insightful, because we have a catch-22 as far as I'm concerned. After the meeting, you can see what I talk about.
Okay.
The chairs for the computers don't slide on the carpet very well whatsoever. It's hard to move in and out. And I realized, as Ann stated, when they had the feud with the rollers, people, it was kicking out on them, and that became an issue. So thinking things over my head, maybe you could have, like the chairs, they have arms, which are four of them, yeah, four. Put those on rollers and just put a sign, even though it might look a little goofy, on the back, caution, chair has rollers. Because it is hard, and I've talked to older people to slide those chairs in and out. The other catch-22 is you're gonna wear out your carpet real quick. You're gonna have all this nice carpet, and you gotta, I think you could probably get different bottoms for the chairs that would slide better. And
Slide more slowly so that it's less of a sudden.
well, like, they would slide more nicely, but you got these little round things on the bottom. And that's probably more for linoleum floor, but there's different types of sliders you can put on the bottoms of the chairs. I'm not familiar enough to check out or give you any more help,
But we can.
but somebody could think about looking into it, get a little different ones on the bottom of the chairs that can slide better on the carpet. So that's what I mean. I understand it's a catch-22, that you got rollers that bother people, and you got rollers that people could use. So I thank you for your time.
I appreciate your comment. Thank you so much.
Are the chairs too heavy? Is that making it difficult for just like that?
If you use the ones with the arms, yeah, because you're gonna have a tendency to push back and lift up on them.
Right, in order to
So
get out.
that you can't get the chairs much lighter, but it's once again, just an awkward situation, unfortunately. In regards to that,
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you so much.
because I see your chairs have rollers.
All right, any other public comment? No, okay, great, seeing none, we'll move on. May I have a motion for the first action item?
I move to adopt the agenda.
Mhm.
Adopt the agenda?
Yeah, okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, next action item, I have a motion.
Oh, sorry, I move for approval of consent agenda items, approval of minutes, special board meeting, July 22nd, 2025.
Okay, that's the only item.
I second.
Thank you. Any discussion? No,
Just
okay,
to clarify, the library activity report will be in next week's board meeting packet. But we had this ready, so we figured why not pop it in there.
okay, great. Okay, all in favor of approval of the consent agenda item, say aye.
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 Carries as well. Moving on to unfinished business, and
Oh, this is a follow-up from Tyler. We had sent an email with the updated data, but we just wanted to say it in the meeting as well. This was the story times and recent library event survey.
Yeah, so yeah, this was in the survey. There was a question where were story times falling about the types of programs people were attending. Yeah, it was just. We get too technical, but yeah, there's like a calculation and it was just an error in that calculation. It was in a, combined it with something else. So it was about 26% of respondents said that they attended, they come to the library for early childhood programs.
Okay, 26%. Okay,
Yes.
thank you, Tyler.
Mhm.
Okay, that was our only unfinished business item. Right, moving on to new business. May I have a motion for the first action item?
I move for adoption of tentative budget and appropriations ordinance 2025-2026 -005.
I second, Ginger.
Okay, thank you. This is a roll call vote. Anne, do you want to say anything about the?
I just wanted to remind everybody, we have to do this every year. It's our legal spending limit. In prior years, we would buffer a little bit higher because we were building a new building. We're no longer doing that, thankfully. So we're buffering by about 10% in most of those areas. Where we see an uptick is under memorials, which is buffered higher. So should we get a large donation, we'll be able to spend it this year. And then also in facilities and custodial expenses. That could be the most unpredictable. You don't always know what you need until something happens. So we did buffer those mostly by 25%, and then with repair and maintenance at 100%. It doesn't mean we'll spend that much. We do budget to our working budget, which we approved at a prior meeting. This is just the legal spending limit.
I did find these notes, again, are very helpful, Anne, thank you, and I did find your description of like the working budget is what we go on our monthly stats, but that this budget and appropriation is just a legal spending limit. That was very clear, so thank you for that reminder.
Of course.
Yeah.
Any other questions, comments? All right, this is roll call vote. Jen?
Kristen Athenside Walsh,
Yes.
Ginger Kearney,
Yes.
Julie Walsh Smith,
Here, yes.
Deidre Patel,
Yes.
Kelly Sims,
Yes.
Sue Wiggins.
yes,
Yes. Okay, thank you. All right, I have a motion on the next action item.
I move for action item set to September 16th, 2025 as public hearing date to discuss the tentative budget and appropriations ordinance.
A second.
Thank you. Okay, again, in our regular, we have to set a public hearing
Yep.
date. 1
So-
month.
So it's 30 days. We need to give at least 30 days notice, which is why we had to bump this meeting up a little bit. So we have enough time to give adequate public notice for the hearing and also share the tentative ordinance.
Right.
So this is within, yes.
And this will be posted on our website as well as
And
downstairs.
it goes to the paper as well.
So, yeah, so the notice of hearing goes to the paper and then we have copies available. We usually put them on the website and then we have them available at all of the patron points so that individuals can come and see it in person as well.
Okay, great, thank you.
Okay, not a roll call, Jen, just a,
We'll do it as a roll call.
Okay.
Since Sue is.
yes, okay, makes
Yeah.
sense.
Kristen Athenside Walsh,
Yes.
Ginger Kearney,
Yes.
Julie Walsh Smith,
Yes.
Deidre Patel,
Yes.
Kelly Sims,
Yes.
Sue Wiggins.
yes,
Yes. Okay, moving on to the third action item.
Action item approval of fiscal year 2024-2025 Illinois Public Library Report, IPLAR. Second.
Okay. Any discussion, Anne, any comments on, or things that?
Yeah, this is another annual requirement. I did want to just shout out to some of the notable highlights in comparison to previous years. Our meeting room reservations were up by 90%, which means people have found our meeting rooms. And that's really wonderful.
available.
Yeah, well, even from the prior
Oh,
year, but
from
I'm like,
here,
we're
okay.
seeing more true what the usage of this building can be. But also our study room reservations, which were really high last year, were even higher this year by 29%. So we're looking still at increases overall. And we're grateful. Let's start with that. It's really great to see people using the library. We're always happy about that. But at this point, after a new building, usually a plateau starts to happen, and I don't think we've really reached that plateau yet, and that's a wonderful thing. So we're gonna keep watching trends and seeing where spending needs to go, where staffing needs to go. But it's nice to see that people are using the library as much as they are, and we'll see what potential for growth we have in future years.
Are those numbers mostly seen in the adult section, or are you seeing them?
Across the board,
Across the
there's
board,
increases,
okay.
and like some of them are smaller, but still, it's when you're looking at overall, maybe it's the same number of people coming to the library, but they're using the library differently. They're checking out more materials, they're going to more programs. Yeah, and I'm sure the Studio 411 having a more full open at this point has an impact on that as well, so. It's just really good to see.
Yeah.
Got it, okay. It is a roll call vote, all right,
All right,
we're ready.
Kristen Hassenside Walsh,
Yes.
Ginger Kearney,
Yes.
Julie Quash Smith,
Yes.
Deidre Patel. Yes. Kelly Sims.
Yes.
Sue Wiggins.
yes,
Yes. Okay. The last action item. We have a motion for action item D.
Approval of reimbursement of travel expenses for trustee Kelly Ann Sims for the June 26th through 30th ALA conference in the amount of $2,056.34.
Second.
Okay, anybody have any discussion about it? If there's otherwise, we're gonna move right to the roll call vote.
This is just per policy, we're following the procedure, that's it.
All right,
Kristen Hassenside Walsh,
Yes.
Ginger Kearney,
Yes.
Julie Quash Smith,
Yes.
Deidre Patel,
Yes.
Kelly Sims,
Yes.
Sue Wiggins.
yes.
yes. All right, that was the last action item, so communications, do we have any?
We did not receive any emails.
Okay. And, all right, moving on from that, and director's report, executive director's report.
So at the top of this meeting, we have handed out a convenient little packet. And I want to start by saying, please don't overthink this. What we're gonna be doing next week at our board meeting is Tyler and I are going to lead a SOAR analysis. This is something that we've done with staff already and something that we did with the management team as well. We deliberately did not share those results with the board because we don't want to skew your perspective on any of this. So what is a SOAR analysis? It's a strategic planning tool to help an organization identify your strengths, opportunities, aspirations, and results. So on the 19th, we'll facilitate this conversation, but we provided you with a handout to kind of get the ball rolling in case you want to think about it in advance. Not everyone is a planner, so if you are like, no, I want to go off the cuff and give gut reactions, that's fine too. But these are just kind of questions to get you going in terms of, okay, well, what does it mean by strengths? What do we mean by opportunities? And we have some things there for you. So how can you prepare, you read the attached document, maybe jot some notes down. We did make this cute, because we couldn't help it. An important part of planning is a note page in your binders. And then keep a few things in mind. We are trying to build on our strengths and shape strategy. We're not trying to solve specific issues. So if you're thinking about like, hey, we may need to address, for example, the feet on the chairs by the computers. That's not what this is. This is bigger. This is what our long-term success look like.
Okay.
What are our opportunities for community outreach? What is, yeah, no, I
Sort
think
of like
we're
our
gonna stop
mission
there.
and
Oh,
statement.
yeah, so the building off our vision and mission, what does that mean to the library? Yes, so we're thinking forward, Allison, I'm gonna borrow a phrase you used, where we're not looking in the rear view mirror, we're only looking forward in this conversation. So not dwelling on any of the problems that we faced or whatever it is, this is really strength building. And we wanna make sure we're identifying our potential as an organization in our community. Any questions so far?
So this is next,
This is our next board meeting.
Next week.
I sort of forgot, yeah.
Is it
exactly.
to?
And how much time are we spending? We're doing this.
We're doing this as a group at the
Okay.
meeting, so it'll be in an open session. I think previously when we've done strategic retreats, it goes
Yeah.
into kind of an offsite location, but I'm like, there's no reason not to just have the conversation. I think our trustees are pretty vocal about their opinions otherwise, so why not just share it? and kind of still stick with that practice of transparency. I do think that we will plan, just like we did for managers and staff, to send a survey to be like, hey, did you think of anything else? Did you walk away from the meeting, wake up the next day and say, oh, I wish I said this? So we'll send that out, so there's still an opportunity to catch those ideas. But once we're done with that, our next steps are to create the strategic plan. And it will look different than our previous one. We're trying to make something very functional for the library that we can grow with. And we're on track to do it, which is, I'm always really grateful when we can stay on a schedule because it's not always practical. So yeah, so after next week's meeting, Tyler and I are gonna pull all the information that we've gathered. This is from the surveys, this is from staff feedback, this is Gimlet feedback, any sort of direct feedback we get from patrons. Looking at our data and saying, okay, what makes sense? What do we want to go towards in the next however many years we decide, so.
Is there, just so I have it in my mind, is there a certain amount of time that you want to dedicate to this?
We're
the meeting
going to
kind of-
target an hour.
Okay,
So,
so substantial.
yeah, but it may not take that long. We
Sure.
might get through some questions and just kind of fly through it and have a really fast, rapid idea sharing, but we'll work with what we got, but we do want to cap it at an hour, because I think any time you're brainstorming beyond an hour is
No.
punishment. Um,
You're facilitating it, right? Because I think.
Yes. Yeah, and it's really just us, getting a conversation started, maybe asking some follow-up or clarifying questions, but, like I said, we've done this a few times now, and I think we're pretty comfortable leading these discussions, and it's a practice we want to continue along with the implementation of this plan.
Sounds good. Okay. All right. And
That's
you have
all I
anything
have.
else?
Did I leave anything out?
I'll just say thank you, Jen, for the presentation, for the home phone. And Tyler as well.
Yeah.
Did a great job, thank you, yeah, enjoyed that event. And we have a motion to adjourn.
And move we adjourn.
I second, Ginger.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.
My record. Might be.